Al-Walid bin Talal, Saudi Arabia's Warren Buffett. Recently called the richest man in Saudi Arabia, Prince Al-Walid bin Talal, is often referred to as the Warren Buffett of Saudi Arabia. Like Buffett, Al-Walid made his fortune through astute investments. In August 2018, he announced a $250 million investment in Snap Inc. that would give him a 2.3% stake in the company. Here is an overview of how Prince Al-Walid bin Talal used a relatively small amount of money to build one of the world's most valuable investment portfolios. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe and smash the like button. Also make sure to stick to the end of the video for our summary about the richest man in Saudi Arabia. Al-Walid's fortune. After graduating from college, Al-Walid bin Talal borrowed $330,000 from his father to start an investment company and other businesses. He lost all of that money within 4 years. Fast forward to today, more than 35 years since launching his career in business, Al-Walid is one of the world's wealthiest and most successful investors. The company he started in 1980, Kingdom Holding Company, has a market capitalization of nearly $6.4 billion, as of May 2020. Al-Walid's majority equity stake in the company pegged his personal net worth at more than $18.7 billion in late 2017. As a devout value investor, Al-Walid uses Kingdom Holdings as a vehicle to hold an internationally diverse portfolio of businesses operating in many sectors including banking, real estate, and healthcare. His most notable investments include sizable stakes in Four Seasons Hotel Ltd, Citigroup Inc., and Euro Disney SCA. In addition to controlling a large investment portfolio, Al-Walid owns a 460,000 square foot palace that requires a staff of 100 to maintain, as well as a Boeing BA 747. In 2015, Al-Walid made headlines in the financial media around the world after pledging to give away the vast majority of his wealth to fund important charitable causes around the world. Early life and schooling. Al-Walid's journey to his multi-billion-dollar fortune is not a rags-to-riches story. At his birth in 1955, Al-Walid became a member of the House of Saud, the wealthy royal family of Saudi Arabia. He is the grandson of Saudi Arabia's first monarch, King Ibn Saud, and the nephew of the nation's last king, Abdullah Saud. Also, Al-Walid's father, Prince Talal, was once the finance minister of Saudi Arabia, while his mother, Princess Mona Al-Solh, was the daughter of the first prime minister of Lebanon. As a Saudi, Al-Walid was raised in a household that practiced the Islamic faith. He also showed early signs of future entrepreneurial success during his childhood. In Al-Walid, businessman, billionaire, Prince Bayriz Khan, Al-Walid's mother stated, "Even as a child, you could have seen the determination he had." In the same book, a childhood friend by the name of Raid El-Solh further explained, "Every day after school Al-Walid and I had 1 hour of Monopoly, and practically every time, he beat me. I think I had brains to be able to resist his onslaught, but he always managed to beat me in Monopoly, so I knew he was going to make money." In his teenage years, Al-Walid started to become rebellious, and as a result, his parents enrolled him in a military school to instill some discipline in their son. At the age of 20, Al-Walid left the Middle East to study business administration in the United States. He graduated with a bachelor's degree from California's Menlo College in 1979, before receiving a master's degree in social science in 1985 from New York Syracuse University. Seizing opportunities. Following the completion of his bachelor's degree program in the United States, Al-Walid returned home to Saudi Arabia to launch a career in business. At the time, the nation was experiencing an economic boom. During that era, Saudi Arabia required foreign companies that were interested in operating in the country to have partners and representatives who were citizens of the kingdom. This created a lucrative opportunity for local businessmen who wanted to profit from the large amount of foreign direct investment, FDI, occurring in the country. As a result, many people, including Al-Walid, became local representatives for international companies and then charged these companies a commission on every deal they conducted in Saudi Arabia. These commissions ranged from as little as 5% to as much as 30% of a transaction. Although Al-Walid worked with foreign companies and developers to help them get their projects off the ground in Saudi Arabia, he often chose not to receive a commission, explaining that he hated it, because it was a very quick way to make money. Instead, Al-Walid took actual ownership stakes in the projects he helped to facilitate. He used this concept on his first major contract, which came in 1982 when he was contracted to construct a club for a South Korean-based company. Additionally, the deals that made Al-Walid an upfront commission helped to provide him with enough cash to slowly build a modest real estate portfolio on the side. Thanks to a series of successful contracts and Saudi Arabia's no income tax, Al-Walid had amassed a personal net worth of $1 billion by the start of 1989, exactly 1 decade after graduating college. Expanding his portfolio. During the mid-1980s, Al-Walid began to diversify Kingdom Holdings' investment portfolio. One of his first and most notable investments was 7% equity stake he slowly acquired in United Saudi Commercial Bank, a publicly traded local bank that was on the brink of collapse through a hostile takeover, the first of its kind in Saudi Arabia. Al-Walid worked with the other major shareholders of the bank to change its management and overall direction. His strategy was successful, and the bank was ultimately acquired by Samba Financial Group, the kingdom's largest financial institution. It was in the 1990s when the name Al-Walid began to get attention in the Western world of business and finance. At the dawn of that decade, Citigroup was undergoing a lot of problems. In addition to failing to meet the Federal Reserve's capital requirements, many of the loans in the bank's portfolio were not being paid. This caused many shareholders to believe that the bank would fail and, therefore, resulted in a sizable fall in the company's stock price. Al-Walid, on the other hand, believed that Citigroup's crisis would be short-lived. He took advantage of the low share price and purchased a 4.9% stake in the company for $207 million. The value of his Citigroup investment has since soared, and it remains a core part of the Kingdom Holdings portfolio. Since then, Al-Walid has profited from many others' investments in a wide range of well-known companies, including Twitter, where he was one of the company's earliest investors before it went public, and News Corporation, the giant conglomerate that owns the Wall Street Journal and HarperCollins publishers. In his statement announcing his large investment in Snap, Al-Walid stated, "Our investment in Snapchat is an extension of our strategy for personal investment in new technology through leading companies." 83-day detention. Al-Walid revealed in an exclusive Bloomberg TV interview broadcast March 20, 2018 that his January 27 release from an 83-day detention in the Riyadh Ritz-Carlton Hotel was secured via a settlement with the government. He would not disclose the monetary figure, but the Wall Street Journal estimated the figure to be at least $6 billion. Al-Walid told Bloomberg that there were no charges levied against him. Al-Walid had been arrested on November 4, 2017, in a major crackdown on alleged corruption, which Talal has referred to as a misunderstanding. The arrests reportedly had been ordered by his own uncle and cousin. The allegations against Prince Al-Walid included money laundering, bribery and extorting officials. The bottom line. Despite being born into a royal family, Prince Al-Walid bin Talal, for the most part, built his fortune on his own. After graduating from college, he started a business with a relatively small loan from his father. He eventually built it into a billion-dollar conglomerate through a series of successful investments in real estate deals and companies both in Saudi Arabia and abroad.